Hey y'all, happy Sunday. Welcome to another YouTube video for WEIGO podcast, aka What Else Is Going On podcast. The audio version can be found wherever you find your podcast. Type in What Else Is Going On. Click on the little follow button, I believe, in the upper right hand corner. If you're on iTunes, if you're on Spotify, I think you might have to hit follow or subscribe too, but please do that. And then as far as the YouTube video, if you could just hit subscribe, like, and comment, that would mean a whole lot. So, excuse me, y'all. Oof. When I do drink soda, I prefer Coke, but I had Pepsi in my house, y'all. Let me tell y'all, I'm tired last night. So yesterday, my cousin had a fancy 60th birthday party, which then turned into, it was actually a surprise vow renewal for like close family and friends. And a lot of them didn't know, but I was her hostess. So I knew that it wasn't just going to be a 60th party, that it was actually the vow renewal first. Child then got there, found out that I was going to be the MC too. You know how family do. The person that was supposed to do this can't. So could you announce us coming in? And could you, all that good stuff. Good thing I'm quick on my feet, kind of, sort of. And then my hubby had to sing. When the family needs somebody to sing, he's the one. He's been singing since he was small. So he writes and he plays. So normally if somebody will say, I want you to sing Johnny Gill, whatever, or Kenny Lattimore for you or whatever. So he learns to play and then he sings it. But he made a track of the music this time so he didn't have to lug his stuff all the way to Jersey because the event was in Jersey. But we had a good time, but we didn't get home till like 1:30 this morning. And I just knew, like, Norm, I'm a pop up, maybe not pop up, but kind of like get up uh right below a pop at around, 6 or 7. And I think it's because of the week and just working, and just all caught up with me. So I've been trying to get myself together since then. I done laid on the couch. Then he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Come lay next to me." So then I'm laying on top of him, thinking, "All right, I'm gonna get a little rest." Time goes by. Then he gets up. I'm still tired. I done laid every which way. You know how a clock, the hands move. I done laid every which way. And I was like, "Get up." So I'm trying to make myself get up. And I don't want to do a 5-hour energy. I'm trying to, but yet I'm doing a Coke. But anyway, I say all that to say thank you for spending this time with me on Sunday. I have some upcoming interviews on the podcast that I hope you guys love, love, love. I will just say this: Summer House Martha's Vineyard, season 2, episode 1 will be premiering tonight. And for the Tuesday episode of the podcast, you'll see a familiar face from Summer House Martha's Vineyard. So there's that. But let me get into what I want to talk to y'all about, because I want to get some videos out to y'all today. First up, Miss Karen Huger. So I wanted to give an update. Y'all may have heard, y'all may not have heard. Today was my first time seeing it, probably again because I was busy Friday and all day and all night last night. So when I saw it, I was like, excuse me. So let's get into some things. First, I want to read Revealed. This is from Radar Online, an exclusive. Revealed. Karen Huger's Maserati caught on fire during DUI crash. Firefighters pulled RHOP star from the car. Karen Huger's car crash was worse than we initially thought because her pricey Maserati caught on fire and she was pulled out of the vehicle after slamming into a tree. The incident report obtained by RadarOnline.com revealed a fire ignited under the Real Housewife of Potomac star's luxury ride, forcing firefighters to use an extinguisher at the scene. RadarOnline.com broke the story. Karen was arrested by the Montgomery County Police Department earlier this week when she refused a breathalyzer test after losing control of her 2017 Maserati, crossing a median, hitting several traffic signs, and smashing into a tree. Side note, I thought that she wasn't arrested. I thought, she turned herself, like she was able to leave and then went back and turned herself in. That's what I thought. I'm gonna have to go back and read the initial story because I didn't think she was arrested at the site of the accident. Y'all let me know. The Bravo celebrity was eventually released from custody, but now the incident report is shedding new light onto just how bad the crash was. Crews located a single vehicle collision with sedan. I'm sorry. Crews located a single vehicle collision, white sedan, off the right side of the roadway. Community security officer on scene, the report read. The emergency personnel secured the vehicle and assisted Karen out of the car before putting out a small fire. Read that again because I felt like that was a lot of words. Y'all feel like that? All right. Crews located a single vehicle collision, white sedan, off the right side of the roadway. Community security officer on the scene, the report read. The emergency personnel secured the vehicle and assisted Karen out of the car before putting out a small fire. So it's interesting with the wording because earlier in this article, we read Karen had to be pulled from the car, and then they're saying they assisted Karen out of the car. Either way, it seems as if she couldn't get out by herself. That is a scary thought. And then there being a fire, however big or small. Crews extinguished a small fire under the vehicle with a water extinguisher, the report stated. We confirmed that police and fire responded to the crash scene on Tuesday at 11:50 p.m. The Grand Dame of Potomac was taken into custody, after refusing to blow and was later cited for driving under the influence. We can reveal that her driver's license was also suspended, which is what I was getting ready to get into. Let's get into that next. RHOP star Karen Huger's license suspended after DUI arrest. Ray Huger better practice his chauffeur skills. Karen Huger's license has been suspended after she was arrested following her gnarly, I'm just reading how it was written, her gnarly DUI crash that severely damaged her Maserati, the Montgomery County Police Department confirmed to RadarOnline.com. We told you first, Karen was taken into custody earlier this week after refusing a breathalyzer test. The Real Housewives of Potomac star 60 was not taken to jail or given bail. However, she was hit with 6 different citations, including negligent and reckless driving and driving with a suspended registration. MCPD's Public Information Director, Shira D. Goff, told RadarOnline.com that since Karen refused a breathalyzer, so her license is automatically suspended. We're also told that Karen will appear in court about the incident at a later date. RadarOnline.com has reached out to Karen's team for comment. Y'all know y'all not getting no comment from Karen. Not after that first one, child. They need to go back and rework some things. So the Grand Dame, honey. So she had to be assisted, pulled, whatever, from the car. And then there was a small fire under the car that had to be extinguished. And then on top of that, now her license is suspended because she refused the breathalyzer. I wonder if she's going to call old Blue Eyes, honey. Remember the driver, Blue Eyes? That was the subject of how many seasons? Off and on, they talked about him from 1 through 6, I believe, or 1 through 7. I believe they talked about him last year. Wasn't Blue Eyes the one that was allegedly in Vegas with her last year when Robin held up her phone? Robin, the one that doesn't get involved in other people's relationships, even though Karen comes for hers too, so it's equal. But Robin held up the phone, and it was supposed to be Karen in Vegas, and that, I believe it was supposed to be Blue Eyes, right? Ray said she could have a little eye candy. Karen. So I'm wondering when they're going to start filming, when her court date is, and if they're going to be, when they're filming, if she's going to have a driver for filming, or if she's going to choose to have a driver for filming. I want to know if she's going to come in the new season, because we know she's coming back, right? Leading with that. If I was her, I would, instead of waiting for the ladies to kind of come for her about it. I definitely think she should, though, because at the end of the day, no matter what, I don't care who it is, she was drinking and she was driving. She could have injured or taken somebody else out of here, but she also could have inadvertently taken her own life. I mean, for her to have to be assisted out of the car and then a small fire had to be extinguished from under the car, you don't know what could have happened, right? So what I'm hoping she doesn't do is come in trying to act like it was no big deal, trying to act like my eyes were clouded with tears and I couldn't see, while not addressing the fact that clearly you were drinking and you refused a breathalyzer. We shall see. But again, maybe she's going to have to call old Blue Eyes, honey, to come and help her out. I want to jump over to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills real quick. Honey, lawsuits abound in these housewives, in the housewife world. So I don't know if y'all remember, but basically Dorit was hit with another lawsuit amongst the many she's been hit with since she's been on the show, from a closet designer saying that Dorit didn't pay her. So exclusive from who else? Radar Online. RHOBH star Dorit Kemsley settles dispute over alleged debt to celebrity closet organizer after paying $13K. According to court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, a woman named Emma, I've never seen this, Josephson, I'm sorry, Emma Josephson Carter, and her company, It's a Lifestyle, filed a lawsuit against the Bravo star last month, claiming Dorit owed her $8,556.15 for reorganizing her closet. But like any situation, there are two sides to every story. Carter touts herself as a lifestyle organizer who specializes in working with estate managers, influencers, and celebrities to assist in accomplishing their organizational goals. The company said it helps clients reclaim their living and office spaces to fit exactly what they need. In the lawsuit, Carter claimed that Kemsley hired my services on more than one occasion. I have a signed contract agreeing to my service and terms of payment. She has not paid her invoices totaling the above amount for over 10 months. I've reached out to her, her assistant, and her accountant several times. All parties are aware and have acknowledged outstanding payments, but no payment has been made. Carter explained, I charge my clients by the day/hour. Kemsley was billed for time spent on site and any materials purchased for her project. I have since added late fees as per our signed contract agreement. I have attached the invoices for reference, including the final invoice with both overdue amounts and late fees. A hearing was held earlier today. So let me tell y'all when this was written so we know. This was written on the 22nd. So what was that, Friday, the 22nd? Okay. So it looks like a hearing was held Friday. And Carter at the hearing Friday, mind you, she said she's been trying to get a hold of Dorit for 10 months, right? And that the people acknowledge that there's an outstanding invoice, but no invoice has been paid. Then a hearing was held this Friday, and Carter informed the court that Dorit sent money via a wire transfer late last night, and she was waiting for it to clear. 10 months have gone by. I know we get busy. I know we get inundated with things, but 10 months have gone by. Your team has acknowledged there's an outstanding invoice that needs to be paid. The closet organizer and her company files a suit against Dorit, and the night before the hearing, late at night, you send a wire transfer. When contacted by RadarOnline.com, Dorit told us she had paid the invoice despite disputing the amount. She said that she had already paid Carter $13,000 for the first phase of her work before the closet organizer insisted on moving to the next phase without Kemsley, something the Bravo celebrity initially had reservations about. She told us, I paid the hefty sum of $13K for phase one, which at the time, I was even surprised by how much I was charged to simply get to a place where I could then go in and see what I wanted to keep and what I wanted to get rid of. I knew there was nothing more Emma could do without me being there, but Emma was insisting there was, so I assumed I would have been pleasantly surprised. See, when you are paying your money, I'm not making no assumptions. If I'm saying I think you need me to be there and she's saying I think you don't, we're gonna have to come to some sort of middle ground. Let me see the plans. Let me see what you plan on doing. I'm paying you this money. Or if I'm to trust you, what happens if I don't like the completed process since I wasn't involved on phase two? What kind of, what parameters or what, I can't think of the word, but what, is there anything put in place so that if I don't like it, then what? Because I'm not going to pay you thousands of dollars to be stuck with a closet that I don't like, right? But Dorit let her go head on, so she assumed she'd be pleasantly surprised. She said, I never suspected that the money I paid for the work that had been done would be for naught, as all the initial work that was done had been undone in phase two. To top that off, I was not given any offer to make things right, despite her being told immediately that I was very unhappy by what had transpired. She simply apologized and said moving forward, there would be more clarity. That did not feel right or just, that did not feel right or just, and I had felt tired of being taken advantage of and refused to pay the invoices without some sort of compensation or compromise, she said. The Bravo star told us her assistant made it clear to Carter that Dorit was not happy with how the closet was left after she received 2 invoices totaling $6,500. Dorit said it was unmanageable and in worse condition than when they started. Dorit shared with RadarOnline.com that she reached out directly to Carter to work out a compromise after telling her she wasn't happy with her new closet, but claimed the lifestyle organizer wasn't willing to budge. Because time had passed, as the ladies corresponded, Carter tacked on an additional $2K in late fees, bringing the total allegedly owed to $8,556.15, the amount she sued Dorit for. In addition, Dorit denied the claim that she and her team acknowledged a debt was owed to Carter. She said she contested the invoices immediately, suggesting, now I can't even do her accent, suggesting all parties are aware and acknowledged is also not true. I have contested the invoices from the beginning and made several attempts to reach a compromise, none of which were successful. It was as simple as pay these invoices whether you are satisfied or not, and also pay this insane $2K late fee charge or I will take you to court and make this public. Dorit told Radar Online she decided to pay late in the midnight hour when God turns it around. I added that because it wasn't worth going to court over. She also shared that she feels taken advantage of, adding the situation was frustrating, especially because she wanted to work out a solution with Carter. In the end, it was an expensive lesson learned, but Dorit is ready to move forward and will be organizing her own closet, at least for now. Girl, call me. I can help you. Girl, we can get some IKEA packs, things like I did with my closet. Get your closet into place. I just have a hard time. I don't know. We don't know, right? All we hear is the closet organizer side and Dorit's side. I just have like a hard time. Like, wow, you're gonna pay this money up front, even though you don't agree with what is getting ready to happen. So I paid you for phase 1. We're getting ready to go into phase 2. And I'm supposed to agree to pay, even though I'm not comfortable with not being involved in phase 2. Like, did y'all not have a discussion at the very beginning of the project? This is how I normally do my projects. Phase 1, the client is involved. Phase 2, I take what was talked about in phase 1 and implement it in phase 2 without the client. Even though Dorit is saying that she paid money for phase 1 only for phase 1 to be undone in phase 2. So I don't know. But then she ended up paying it because she wants to move on. I would want to be completely on Dorit's side with this, except for I get scam vibes. I do from Dorit and from PK. They've had how many lawsuits filed against them? Is everybody lying? You know what I mean? Like, come on. Once, twice, 3 times a lawsuit, maybe. But they've had multiple since they've been on this show, and PK from before. So who knows? I'm glad that if the lady was owed and did some work, I'm glad that the lady got her money. And like Dorit said, she going to be organizing her own closet. Do y'all think that Dorit will have a lot of time to organize because she might not be asked back Beverly Hills? I'm hearing people say that they think Dorit's time is over on the show that we've gotten on. We're going to get from her. Because, Dorit's very different from the first few seasons she was on, from the first 2, I think. She, maybe even after the first 1, she totally changed. I think she was in the comment sections like Abby, but the difference is I'm not on the show. She'd be in the comment sections and decided to kind of play to the audience more. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind if she came back because I feel like we do need, sometimes the cast does need somebody that may not have the most going on, because that's a lot for me. If everybody has something going on, it's like, for me, I feel like I'm in a constant state of like fight or flight watching that. So I wouldn't mind her coming back. If she did, good for her and her check. If she didn't, I don't know that she'd be missed by me either, but I don't mind her coming back. What do y'all think? Do y'all want Dorit to come back? Do y'all not want Dorit to come back? Do you believe that she just decided to pay the designer because She just wanted to move on, even though she reached out repeatedly and told the designer what she didn't like. Y'all let me know. Y'all, I will talk to y'all later. Please send some energy, some strength. Please send Let Jesus Be a Red Bull and a 5-hour energy drink without making my heart pound. I will talk to y'all later. See ya.